So Andreas, thank you very much. It was an impressive inside view, inside Real, inside the Schwechat plant. I will end my presentation with doing it in the completely other way around, a very easy example. And now I switch inside my presentation. Okay, perfect. Inside my presentation. So at the end of this session, I want to give you an inside view what the cluster Circular Plastics Economy of Fraunhofer is doing, how we are thinking, and what are the most important things we are doing. But starting with this, because today we have got a lot of people here who are working also like me in committees, and in a lot of times I've got the feeling that people organizing committees, also from the political side, have the idea when you put together a lot of intelligent people and bring them in one room, there will be this one solution that is coming out and everything is working then in a circular way. And no, it is different. It is a very complex system. We have seen a lot of different steps that we need, a lot of different technologies and all of this. So it's a very complex system and we have to see how we develop this. And the other thing is looking at the society, and this is also in other technologies, even when we speak and think of the renewables, there's also one idea that technology is solving all of our problems. And also, as we heard today in some speeches, consume and the way how we consume, how many products we consume per year. This is also a very important topic, and so we try to find solutions also to have valuable products, also to have products that we can use in circles and so on. So, but why do so many people believe that there will be this technological solutions for every problem that we had over the last decades? I brought a picture of Shenzhen with me. It's Shenzhen region before 1975. And please focus on this little mountain in the middle. And now you see exactly the same mountain in the middle in the year 2024. And this is Shenzhen nowadays, a very small part of Shenzhen nowadays. And I think this is one example why humans, why we as a society believe when there's a problem, we have got a technology, and when we have got a technology, we can solve it. But we all know our planet has got ends, and so we have to find other solutions. Also, what we at Fraunhofer do not want, I never thought that he will come back, but he is back now. I used this picture also the last 4 years. It's not about moral fingers or anything. It's about technological solutions. It's about digital solutions. This is what Fraunhofer is doing. So, but how? Business model status quo and circular challenge. In the circular economy topic, we always, or in a lot of times, we start speaking with and to companies, and we start by discussing the business model canvas of the company. Because in a lot of times it is not just one technological solution, it is about how the companies are creating value and how do we go on there. Then there's one very important question, and also listening to Andreas, sometimes a strong belief over a lot of years. The question is, where is the force coming from? Is it coming from the consumer? You want to create a new part of consumer. Is it coming from the legislative side? Are there macroeconomic things, or is there companies arising who have got other business models, other products, and do we get into a force? And coming back to the last slide, when I speak about what we are doing from Fraunhofer, this is, and we also have our stand over there, the cluster circular plastics economy. So we work together very intensively over 6 institutes, and every time when we get an answer or when we get a question from industry, we also put in other institutes to have the expertise that you need as companies, and also for the politics we do this in this way. So, but coming back to this, the next step is that we focus on the linear business model. And the linear business model, as you see here, it is listed up on the right side. It is economically absolutely viable, and you know every cent that is coming out when you perhaps have a kilogram of product or anything else. And so this is the competition that we always take with our new technologies. And the competitiveness, this is one big thing that is always questioned in a very early TRL level. But where we want to go in is inside circles, and here are some strategies, more or less R strategies. I always take the 10 R strategies to go deeper inside the topic and the discussion together with the companies. So just one example, it's not coming out of the plastics industry itself, but I think it's a very impressive example, because circular economy in the R strategies, it is not a new topic. I could even have taken Rolls-Royce as an example. They are also doing this with their turbines, very, very good, the product service system together with airlines. But I took the Caterpillar example with me, with this remanufactured part, as you see here on the right side, a motor. So what is the highlight? Why is it working so well since 1973? So there are over 7,000 different parts that are remanufactured by Caterpillar, and they are lower priced. This is the one thing why consumers really like these parts. On the other hand side, Caterpillar is giving a guarantee like new. And this is a value proposition, a value creation that we have from the company side. You trust in your own products, and this trust you give also back to the customer, and so the customer sees, okay, guarantee is like with the new parts. So where they have got a very high return rate when they come to expensive parts, because they have got a deposit system. On the other hand side, you just get remanufactured low-priced parts when you give the old parts back. So you see there are a lot of different things that are recognized by Caterpillar that this business model is already running. And here you see they have got a high margin in this remanufactured parts. They are not channeling their own sales, and to be honest, it's a growing market. So they are not cannibalizing their business model because the market is growing. This is, to be honest, one thing that I have to mention. But they have also a lot of positive aspects, like high quality standard. They know their parts. They have got a deep know-how inside the production of the parts, and also how to bring them to a higher level. So product service system. This is a very good starting point also when we work together with companies from the Fraunhofer side to think of their products and to see how they could look like in the future. So what we brought with us is a child car seat. This is one example that we created out of this cluster of excellence, circular plastics economy, where I stand for today. And we disassembled this child car seat. And you see this child car seat has got 100 components. It has got 15 different materials and 13 kilograms of weight. So a very nice product, and also a product where you can work very good with, because of all these different materials and materials combinations. So a circular economy needs other solutions. So like standing here, 80% of all environmental impact is coming from the design. So we have to rethink the design of the product, the usage of the materials. So we try to answer the question for ourselves, which kind of polymer do we take? So in this scenario from the Nova Institute, coming from Cologne, is a scenario that I know from all other sources in the same way. So the usage of polymers is growing. You have got the possibility, when you want to defossilize, to take the carbon out of the carbon capture and utilization, CCU process. We did not take this because TRL level is too early. And then we had got the decision to take a recyclate or to take a bio-based polymer, and because we have got competence inside the institute in having, or inside the institutes by having the bio-based, we changed this because the challenge was even higher. So that means we start by really creating inside the team a new design for this child car seat, as you can see here. So it can be easy disassembled. On the one hand side, it is growing with the child, so you can use it up to a child that is up to 8 years old. And we wanted to have this as a monomaterial. So we took PLA as a monomaterial basis, and you see the difference in the shape and the design of the product. So it looks very easily, this monomaterial, but as you can see here, We need very stiff materials when we want to have a very hard backing. On the other hand side, we want to have smooth materials for the surface that the child is sitting in there with a high comfort, and it takes several years to have this monomaterial combination of a foam, of a stereo complex material, so everything behind, also as Andreas said, looks easy, but when you are creating this, it is quite a lot to do and to do a lot of research. So, but how does it look inside Fraunhofer, inside the institutes? So we are not working on table plants. We always want to go up to a higher TRL level. Here you see on the one hand side, on the right hand side, where different yarns can the stereo complex spinning. Then you see different plants also in the kind of the recycling, the pyrolysis, as Andreas has mentioned. So, and here you see when we speak about the loops that can be done, we see here this child car seat that can be disassembled. We can on the one hand side have the refurbishment, the remanufacturing, and the product coming back after several years to the producer. And when something is going out, we have got the advanced recycle, the chemical recycling technology to put it inside the circle again to the component manufacturer. So for nearly everything that we are doing, it is extremely important, also when we speak in product as a service systems, that we have got the renewable energy inside, because logistics, reverse logistics, when you do this fossil-based, this is not, in a lot of times, a nice story. So, but coming now at the end to one topic, when we speak about polymers, that is always mentioned, it is the topic of mechanical and chemical recycling. And this is also the example that I spoke in the beginning of. So you see here, this is like the classical black garbage can looks like. And the comparison is now this room. So when everything is lying around, it is relatively easy to put everything inside the right furniture when you have got a product, a passport, and you know where everything is standing in. So you can use this information and put it together. But on the other hand side, when we go inside the furniture, when we open up, and then we, for example, have some Lego parts. These Lego parts stand for polymers that are mixed together, and we want to have virgin material quality. Then we even have to pick these Lego parts in different chains. This is exactly what Andreas told us, that when we want to come to virgin material, then we have to use other, on the one hand side, we can have a perfect sorting, as Tomra has also shown this. It is one story. And when we do not have this perfect mixture, when we do not have deposit machines, then it's coming to the chemical recycling. So from our side, it is always a combination. We always have to see that we have got a very good combination of these both technologies. Mechanical, it's less expensive, so we definitely have a chance there. And then we mix it up. So coming to the end, when we speak about the size of equipment inside Fraunhofer, just a short impression again. This is thermochemical reforming we are doing. You see the people standing inside there. This is the technology readiness level where we are working in. And yeah, so please visit and join us to our family. And at the end, which level is rarely discussed in a lot of times, it's the consumption. And the consumption is a very important point, because when we are even buying more and more products, we can produce them so efficiently that this makes sense. So I'm always a fan of high quality products and buying less than more, but with high quality and a high quality value, as you see this here. So thank you very, very much, and let us have a great time here at the Circular Valley Convention. Let's discuss a lot, and now I'm handing over to Shireen, and have a good afternoon. See you later.